Supreme Court ruling regarding in-stream flow standards, which are just a legal mechanism set by the State Water Commission to determine what is the minimum amount of water that must stay in the stream in order to support all those public uses that are beneficial. Again, the court saying it's a primary mechanism to protect an entire range of public trust purposes dependent upon in-stream flows. Self-explanatory. The burden, again, is on the commission. It's on the state, not the public, to justify the in-stream flow standards. Okay, so the public doesn't have to come and say, well, we think we need this because the Opu need... No. The commission is supposed to investigate, and it's supposed to figure out and establish that minimum flow that is necessary to uphold the public trust. And then the other side of the equation is off-stream use, and the off-stream users have to apply for water use permits. With regards to the permits, the Hawaii Supreme Court said, off-stream users bear the burden of justifying uses in light of the public interest in in-stream flows. This just repeats what we kind of discussed before earlier about the public trust, where the burden is on those taking water out of the stream to justify why they need to do that, given there's a public interest in a free-flowing stream. So folks that want to divert water out of the stream, they must prove, at the very minimum, what they actually need. Okay? And in addition to that, they need to show a lack of practical mitigation, including alternative water sources. So, for example, in the Waiahole case, the Supreme Court required the commission to require the diverters, folks that were going to take water to use off-stream, to show why they couldn't use alternative sources like groundwater, like reclaimed water. And the court emphasized, look, when you're talking about a stream, the stream itself has no alternative to the stream water. So folks that are going to take water out of the stream have to show that they don't have any alternatives to their uses. So that's the summary of the Waiahole case. Now turning to our Maui case, where the task is trying to spread the gospel of the Waiahole case throughout the island and enforce the principles, enforce the mandates of that Waiahole case in other communities, including Maui. Again, a picture of Yao Stream, the free-flowing reaches of the Yao Stream in its mountain parts. But if you go a little bit downstream past the state park, then you will find a large concrete structure right in the middle of the stream and a huge diversion grate that spans the entire width of the stream and under normal conditions takes every single drop of the stream's base flow. And then looking downstream from that diversion structure, our client, one of our clients, Mr. Dewey of Hui on the Waiahole, you'll see a stagnant pond. So this is something that's a remnant of the plantation era and really is not complying with what the Waiahole case and what the Supreme Court has made clear has to happen under the law. And so here's another picture of this huge concrete structure. And Kapua Sprott, my colleague at Earthjustice, some of you may have heard of her. She's been involved in this case for many years. At the foot of this structure, gazing onward at the stagnant pool at the bottom of the diversion concrete apron. And if you look very closely in this pond and in this picture, you might be able to see one, I think this is 2, 3 tiny oopu that have somehow made it all the way up to this point, from the mouth of the stream to the base of this structure, but can't go any further because this connection of the stream flow has been broken. I think it's really key to emphasize the story that Duke mentioned about Skippy Howe, a DLNR official, who's made it his ritual, I think every day or maybe a couple of days a week, to gather small gather small oopu at the mouth of the Yao Stream, and then bring it all the way up stream and drop them off on above mauka of this diversion, so they can continue their life cycle. Such noble efforts aside, something's not right here, and we aim to fix that. A picture that all of you should be familiar with, the West Maui Mountains and the Central Plain of Maui. And what we're talking about here, we talk about the streams, in this case, is what has come to be widely known as Waiahole, which is a traditional word, traditional term for literally meaning the four great waters, but referring to not only these four streams, but also the land that is encompassed by these streams. The Waiahole River furthest north, Waiahole Stream, Yao Stream, and Waikapu Stream on the south. We are told by the stories and the ancient stories that in ancient times, in traditional times, this area used to be the largest area of contiguous kalo cultivation across the islands. So if you can envision Hanalei Valley, where as far as the eye can see, there was lo'i and taro patches. Well, this place in the olden days dwarfed that scene, dwarfed the Hanalei area as the largest area of kalo cultivation in the islands. Some shots of Iao Valley looking from the north on the top, and here from the Mauka end looking to Waiahole town. And here's some facts on the Waiahole. The USGS, or United States Geological Survey, provided this information and these photos. They have a gauging station on Waiahole River that has been maintained for several decades, a pretty long time. And they have measured a median flow above the plantation diversions of approximately 35 million gallons a day and a minimum flow of 14 million gallons a day. The key figure really is the minimum flow because a key feature of Hawaii streams is that it's very flashy, so what they call flashy. And so when storms come in, there's a torrent of water that rushes down to the ocean. But what is really key to sustain not only the biology, the stream life, but also the uses of the community from the stream is that flow that is always going to be there in the stream no matter what. And that's what they mean by minimum flow. So that's the figure you want to look at, focus on. 14 million gallons a day for Waiahole River. But just right after that diversion of the plantations, downstream of that diversion, it's reduced to a trickle, commonly 0.1 million gallons a day. Same thing with Yao Stream. There is a USGS gauging station there that has been there for a long time. It has measured a median flow of 26 mgd and a minimum flow of 7, but downstream of the diversion, just a trickle, 0.1 mgd. Same story with regards to Waiahole Stream. Picture of Waiahole Stream above that diversion and below the diversion. Deja vu all over again with respect to Waikapu Stream. Now, our clients in this case are community groups that consist of folks just like yourself, basically members of this community. It's a picture of John and Rosemary Dewey, who are on the board of Hui o Waiahole, which is a newly formed organization, as Duke mentioned. Just a bunch of folks that live here that are interested in the future of this community and are interested in restoring our natural and cultural heritage. It comprises of landowners along these streams, longtime residents, teachers, students, business people, farmers, you name it. And these people are committed to this concept of restoring streams. And our other client in this case is Maui Tomorrow Foundation, who you folks might have heard of. They've been a leading advocate for our environmental and cultural resources for a very long time now.